UC because I have like an oddly specific major. Like I want to do design and painting and songwriting, and at a private school they really pay attention to you. You know, you get to talk to all of your advisors from each school and everything, and they plan out all 4 years for you, like with you, and all of your teachers know your name, you know, and it's really nice to have faculty just being there every step of the way so you can really improve on your work. And I chose a bigger private school because not only do I have a smaller class size I want, but I also get to meet a lot of different people from different schools, like engineering and stuff. So yeah.
Did I apply to UCs and CSUs? I did. I got some good offers there. Definitely take advantage of any like fee waivers you guys could get. That's why I applied to private schools, because I was offered 4 fee waivers for CSUs, UCs, and also 4 for privates, and that was huge for me. So there is that assistance, both in public and private. And now as far as why did I go back east, I figured if I didn't go away now, if I didn't leave California now, I was just never going to get out of California. And I love California. I can't wait to get back to California. I want to settle here. But I think there's a lot of value to being able to go out somewhere and to experience what, you know, snow falling down looks like. You know, the changes in seasons for Lewis and Clark, and also for Philly. It's an amazing experience.
Yeah, going off with what everyone said, I applied to a lot of schools. I needed any aid I could. I think I applied to like 22 schools because I needed any aid I could find. And I applied to more private schools because they are much more generous. I got into a couple of UCs. They're pretty generous, but I had to pay a lot, and my parents had to make loans. And so my school essentially gave me the best offer, and that's why I chose to go there. I also wanted to get out of California. I've been here all my life. I've been from end to end. And I just said, you know what, I'm sick of this place. But going over there has taught me, I don't know, to actually appreciate what we have here. And I actually really enjoyed a change of scenery. You know, it taught me to be more independent. It taught me to, you know, rely on my parents less financially. In every way possible. I, you know, got my first apartment, did all that stuff. And, but yeah, it just teaches you to live life more independently.
You miss California right now.
I miss it so much. I'm not been home in like 6 months. I'll admit, it's a pretty pricey ticket to get to and fro. Like, I only come home like twice a year. But whenever I'm here, it's well worth it. I take advantage of whatever I can.
Mom's food, mostly.
Taught me that I definitely like the smaller environment. UOP is very small compared to San Francisco State. The class sizes, since mechanical engineering is a small major at UOP, they do have a lot of students. So I've had a lot of classes with the same professors over and over, so you get to know them.
Not free tutoring that they offer at private universities, right? It's just you can get it from peers, you know, they'll set up chemistry tutoring in this room, or you go straight to office hours, and there's maybe one student in the office hour with you, but it's essentially a one-on-one time with your professor. If you're unclear on any concept or have a personal matter, they're incredibly attentive, and they have to be in their office at that time, and so it's, I mean, I take advantage of it all the time. It's essentially free tutoring with your home professor. So
I had a horrible first semester. Horrible. It was a rough transition going from California to PA, and the culture's different, the classes are different, and yeah, I admit it was hard. Like, I was homesick, I was struggling academically, but then I turned my things around. I joined the rugby team at my school, and that actually surprisingly helped me focus more.
I have no form of regret in going to a private school, even though maybe it cost a little bit more than public school, because it was great, but because of 10,000 degrees and all the wonderful support of the community, it's really made a lot possible. And I wouldn't have been able to spend summer at the Monterey Institute of International Studies doing an intensive Mandarin program, or spending 2 years in West China teaching English and doing music research in between finishing and starting my bachelor's degree here. And so had I not had those resources of professors simply saying, Rebecca, as a freshman, we believe in you if you want to do those crazy things. We don't recommend it, but we'll take you if you go and you come back, we'll take you with open arms. And that is something that you can get with these tight-knit communities.
I'm in chem club, psych club, all those kind of cool things to do, outings and meet and greets with professors.
As strange as it is, joining clubs and organizations actually helped me. Helped me reach out with different people, different student groups, and it was just awesome. I'm also part of this organization called Impact, which stands for Intelligent Men Purposefully Accomplishing College Together. And we pretty much, it's just a group of men who come from several different backgrounds, mostly low-income backgrounds, and we pretty much just help one another, academically, socially, in whatever means. And just trying to make a difference. Like she said, there are different things that you can do in college, and there's so many opportunities. You just gotta reach out, just take it.
For me, I'm in a gospel choir, and that's something I would have never done, before college. And I love singing and I love music, and I thought I would just join, and it was like the most incredible thing I did that semester.
One of the subcategories of private schools is liberal arts colleges in specific, which kind of split up the electives, like minor requirements and major requirements into thirds, so that you actually are at some point required to do a certain amount of hard sciences, a certain amount of international language or history, and so you get this really round, broad base that you can draw from, and then later in maybe your junior or senior years create your own project. And so I think that's a really cool way to go because you have the support of the faculty behind you.
And I think at private universities, it's amazing for networking because everybody knows you, your teachers are in the field, and opportunities just kind of get thrown at you. Like students right now, I'm in a competition to design like the app for USC's web registration. And my friend, she's also a fine arts major. Their class was the first to try out the 3D pen. They got to go to New York, and all these things like that. Like we get to go to New York at least once throughout the year, and that's just amazing networking. You get tons of job offers because you get to meet the people who are hiring you, and they get to see your work before you graduate, and that's really something that you have to think about before going to schools and stuff. It's like, am I gonna be able to network to get a job, and is this something that goes towards my major? So
I highly recommend taking down numbers, keeping emails, even if it's just a Facebook contact. You might need that down the line. And as doing Mandarin, foreign language, ethnic studies, and music, as it turns out now I have my first job in IT tech. So there's no way to really know.